wants to talk about Phantom of the Opera? So, I saw it last night. I'm cooled off a little bit about it now, but when it first finished, I was really, like, affected. One thing right off the bat, the first thing I noticed when we sat down was the set design. I thought was really cool. Not to mention that it just was like beautiful, and their set changes were beautiful. It also seemed like it was kind of based in this one like spinning, and it would like spin and then open sometimes for certain sets, or like parts of it would open for a certain set, and I thought that was really, really cool. And also even more so than that, the sound design was incredible. Like when the Phantom talked and it was like all through the back of the theater, like all around from all the speakers. And it was especially noticeable in that one part, right before the end of Act 1, I think it is, where you have, first of all the guards are supposed to be like checking the doors, and you could hear them each at like wherever the door would be in the theater. And then the Phantom comes through and is like, I'm over here, and then like goes everywhere. That was really, really cool. And on that same kind of vein, like the special effects were really good. All these different parts where there was like fire and stuff, and when the chandelier crashed and all those kind of things, it was really cool. I was saying to my friend, I've never been to a musical that had jump scares before. I was not fully prepared for that, especially the end of Act 1, which is really, really cool, where the chandelier falls and everything. And there's all these loud noises and stuff, and so much stuff happens, like special effects wise, right on the stage, and you're like, whoa, that wasn't even like a movie where you know that they messed with something. That just happened in front of me, which was really cool. And so I really admire all of that stuff, a lot of the tech stuff there. And in the same kind of sound vein, the orchestra, I thought was incredible. Some of the best orchestrations that I've heard live, just because that arrangement, like, you know, the Phantom theme, it's so powerful to hear live, like when you're right there. That was really, really cool. Okay, and the main one, that was the reason I came home last night and was like losing it. So I am a huge musical theater fan, huge musical theater lover. I don't even know how to articulate this because it made me feel so much. I had a moment both as an audience member, like one emotion, and then as somebody who wants to do that, or like does do that, another emotion. So this is too confusing. Here's what I'm talking about. Seeing another human being be this vulnerable in front of you and in front of so many people, it was like the first time that I've had seeing live theater where I felt like I'm intruding. I felt like I should look away because it was too, like, it wasn't meant for me to see. It wasn't meant for anyone else to see. It was too personal for him. Like, it was too vulnerable of a moment, which is what you want as an actor, and which is what I love about theater, is that was just so powerful that I was like, oh, this is a personal moment. This is too raw. I shouldn't even be watching this. I thought that was just some of the most powerful live acting that I have ever seen. And yeah, that just really made me kind of lose it. That would be a reason that I highly recommend to see the shows, apart from all of the tech stuff and the design being absolutely incredible, because that experience as an audience member to have is what everyone wants. It's what the audience wants going into it. It's what the actors want to give to their audience. They want them to be able to experience that. It's what everyone involved in the show is trying to produce, is something that feels that real, that it really touches the people in your audience, which is 100% the experience that I had. So this was very incoherent, I'm sorry, because I'm in a state over this show. Okay, it's really good. If you, at really any point here, when it's here, definitely see it now, because Oh my gosh, I didn't even touch on this, but the guy playing the Phantom, he's this super tall guy. I don't know if any of you have seen Doctor Who, if you've seen the couple episodes with the silence, but that's what he looks like, just to me. And I mean that in like the best possible way, because it made him terrifying. And we could see kind of from where we were the prosthetics and everything. So it's like this giant guy who really looks like messed up, and it was chilling. And that was great. That's one of the things that's unique to, if you see it here, which I highly recommend because I thought that he was incredible. Quentin Oliver Lee, that guy, he's good. I'm sure I'm like the only person alive that hasn't seen it yet, but if you haven't, definitely check it out, especially if you are any level of theater fan to begin with. It will truly make you sort of relearn and re-experience what it first was that made you really fall in love with theater as an art form. Or at least that's what it did for me. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm sorry that I rambled for so long. I have a lot of feelings about the show, and it's really, really good. That's kind of all, I guess. But yeah, go see Phantom of the Opera, and hopefully you will feel as much watching it as I did. Thanks.